awesome ones. During these stay-at-home times, what we thought we would do is share our 10 favorite movies, starting with Bill's. And these are movies that, I mean, some are old, some are newer kind of movies, and you can buy them online right now, and you can also today even a lot of the different television kind of cable or streaming services, you can get them and watch them tonight. So without further ado,
it all starts in just a few seconds.
So at first we made a really long video. It ended up being over an hour long. We were just yakking about our favorite videos and everything else. And then we said, this isn't going to work. We got to break it up into two parts. So this week is part 1. That's Bill's favorite 10. And next week, so next Tuesday, it'll be part 2. And that will be my favorite 10. Oh, and by the way, we did do a video on 10 movies that were great for people over 50. And we just did it recently. This is not that video, just so you don't get mixed up. And what I'm going to do is on the end screen of this video, I'm going to put the link there so you can see, because there were a lot of comedies. I think they were all comedies.
I love it. Love to laugh.
And so, if you love to laugh, that might be one that one of the videos we did that you'd like to see as well.
Now, a lot of this video you're about to see is older footage, so the sound quality and that may not be up to what you're used to seeing from us right now.
But I assure you, there's some great movies here, and
they're still my favorite movies.
Absolutely. Let's get started with Bill's favorite movies, 10 of them of all time. So I thought what we do, Bill, is we would show your top 10 first. And these are ones you'd watch over and over again, right?
Let's face it, we all have the movies we love to watch. When they come on TV, you love to watch them. When you have them in your collection, you love to watch them. And we're going to show you some of ours, our repeat ones. Would you say that's the best way to describe it?
Well, the ones we'd watch over and over again, absolutely.
Exactly. Of course, my most favorite movie is Casablanca. There's Casablanca there.
What year was it, Bill?
Casablanca, if I recall, was 1941 or 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's definitely 41 or 42.
Wasn't the war on at the time?
The war was still on. I mean, nobody knew what was going to happen, yet they made this movie. And I won't talk too long about this one because it's my favorite. But the thing I loved the best about it was the story. The chemistry. The chemistry, like Heather and I have. The chemistry and the story. You don't need all the special effects to make a great movie. And
And what was your second one?
Well, let me just put this one down here. Another go-to one that I have on my list, where again, a day like today, it's raining, we want to watch something, is the Thomas Crown Affair. Now, hopefully you can see this. I know we got the lights going here, and there might be some glare on it.
This is the 1990s version too. There
Good
was a
point,
1960s version, and this one is Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo. So just want to let you. The other one's okay, but this one is the one that we really
Oh yeah,
like.
I love this. The music. Now, quickly? I know we got a lot of movies to cover here, but quickly, what did you love about this one? Because this is a favorite of Heather's too.
It was romantic.
There you go. See, we're getting both sides.
Really romantic.
I mean, it was romantic. It had a great story. The chemistry, again. First of all, the casting was great, and that helps to make the chemistry. It just had a real upbeat to it. And there was the original back in the 60s, you said? So this is the more modern one, and just love it.
Oh, by the way,
just
Bill,
love it.
I made some popcorn for tonight. Oh, okay, for tonight or for now. And also, this is air pop popcorn. So we've got, we're over 50. We got to watch all that butter and stuff that we put in, but it's air popped, and we also sometimes put in maple syrup. I love eating popcorn when I'm watching a movie. Like, not all the time at home, but this is really healthy, so it's great for watching movies or even for just a little light snack. So I just thought I'd point that one out again. The next one on your list, I've just got our list down here, by the way, is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh my gosh. to me, and I don't have it here because
Gotta put it on your Christmas list.
it's gone. I should. A classic, and maybe I was from maybe I lived a life before this life because I seem to like the old movies. But the thing I like about Raiders of the Lost Ark, it was like the beginning of a new type of movie that that would be coming to the theaters. It was like the old serials you'd see back. Well, I wouldn't, but you'd see in the 30s. Mm-hmm. You know the serials.
Oh, I know. Humphrey Bogart did quite a few of those.
Where all of a sudden the hero would be hanging on the cliff, and then he'd lose his grip, and he'd start falling, and then they cut it, and then next week you come and you see he's hanging there.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
you know, and then all of a sudden he's falling, and he falls, but he grabs something. So I just love that, and it was so well done, and it was the beginning of a new, I wouldn't say genre, but it was just wow. Like, and most of you know Raiders of the Lost Ark, just fabulous.
All right, your next one on your list. It's right there.
Comedy on this.
Oh, look who came to visit us.
Little Hurricane. I know
Hurricane.
You probably can't see him because he's out of the picture on you, but Little Hurricane's here. He's probably got his dog movies too. But
we'll show him at the end of the video. I mean, go ahead.
This comedy, I never thought I'd really like it at first. It's called Something About Mary. Ben Stiller.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah,
you know what? It's one of those movies where now we gotta be really careful though, because we could say to people, "Oh, we found this movie super funny," and maybe you won't. And some of these movies, I'll get to one of your movies in there in a minute, where you see it the first time and you're gonna go, "What's so big and funny about this?" And then for some reason, because we bought the movie, we see it again. This movie, oh, it's down there now. Something About Mary. Once you start seeing it a few times, it's a laugh a minute. Like, I swear, it's such a good laugh. And the other thing I wanted to say about these movies is if you're going to go up to a cottage, or whether you're maybe visiting a sick friend or something like that, you know, it's nice to have these movies too, because you can take them along with you, and most people still have a DVD player. So that's another good idea with your favorite movies, to share them. I'm going to bring
Little Hurricane up.
There we go. Okay, keep going.
All right, so next on my list, and I don't have it here, again, we probably lent it out, and you're probably going to say, this is a funny one for Bill, but Titanic.
Oh, wait a minute. Our first date.
There you go. There's a romantic thing.
Not our first date. It was our...
Last date.
No, it was you know what? It had all this hype, and we'd already seen a movie together, but I think it was the second movie we ever saw, and we went and talked about this movie for like days and days, and they used to play clips on the radio, or no, when the song came on the radio, I used to call him at work and just put my phone up to the radio, and the poor guys were right at work. But it was that was a romantic movie, really.
Again, yeah, the romantic part, well, of course, the casting, and most of you know Titanic, the movie, but again, here's my side of it as well, the history buff. I just love history, and the story of the Titanic, to me, is just amazing. And you throw in the love story that was in it.
Absolutely.
And of course the special effects. Here's a movie where special effects made it.
Well, James Cameron spent years trying to get things perfect, real replicas of things. So yeah, that was, there's so much to appreciate about that movie. It deserved to win all those awards.
And lastly, because we're going to move on here, the only problem is it's 4 hours, right? So
okay, we got to cut the video now and just go watch
3.5, 4 hours, yeah. So
all right. And I want to mention something about that, because we don't have the DVD, but we do have the VHS, was it? VHS? We have the VHS of it. Now, obviously, these days, you have to kind of, obviously these days, you can stream, you can rent, and you can buy. We like to buy them because we want to play them over and over again. We don't want to keep paying for them. But, I did this video not too long ago about 5 traditions that I won't give up. And one of them is how everything changes in technology so much.
And a lot of people are saying, well, I don't need my DVDs anymore, or I don't need my DVD player anymore, so they just toss them. And I'm saying, don't toss them, because, you know, you don't want to keep on streaming. Yeah, maybe it's going to be available on Netflix for a while, but you don't know if they're going to pull that movie off of it and say, okay, you know, let's get a new run of things. So we were very fortunate, and a lot has to do with you, our subscribers, because the people look at the subscriber count, to get an Amazon.com storefront. And it's called Amazon.com/shop/awesomeover50. And we're going to put links to a lot of these movies and that sort of thing that we're talking about. Plus, it's got my makeup and fashion and even little hurricane dog stuff and that sort of thing. So don't forget, don't throw out your DVD player, and yeah, keep these. All right. What's next on your list? Oh, Slumdog.
I don't have this movie here. We have it, but
you know what happened? We lent it. Yeah. Okay. What we do a lot too is we'll start talking to somebody about maybe favorite movies. You know, they're over and we're talking about favorite movies. And then we'll say, did you see Slumdog Millionaire? And they'll say, no, I always want to see it. So we just give it to them.
Yeah, that was the movie. I don't know if we mentioned it. Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah. We get it back eventually.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? It does come on TV, or again, as Heather mentioned, you can stream it, all that stuff. But wow, what a movie. Like, just to see, for us here, just to see in North America, to see another part of the world, and, you know, the trials and tribulations that people go through in other countries, and but well done story.
Very well done story. So that's, you know, and I always like those stories that are very, very hopeful too.
Right, right.
And that one was
Rags to Riches movie, so to speak.
Yeah.
You'll see what I mean if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah.
All right, what's next on my list there?
Jerry Maguire.
Wow. Yeah. And here's another one. You're thinking, Bill, you like that movie? Jerry Maguire. Again, it was a movie that came out roughly just before Heather and I met, I guess. But I liked it for these reasons, okay? Yes, it was romantic, obviously. It also had the sports element to it. So, I mean, again, if you've seen the movie, Jerry Maguire is a sports agent, and he's trying to get clients, trying to keep clients, and you throw in the love story between him and, do you remember?
Renée Zellweger.
Renée Zellweger and Tom Cruise. So, really good. Like,
okay, can I say something now?
You can always say something.
All right. So, you've got to check out a video Bill and I did called How We Met. And we met over 20 years ago. When the internet was really, we were internet people and the World Wide Web. And I just couldn't, I was a single mom, you were a single dad. I just couldn't go to bars, and I'm just not that kind of person. And plus we had 2 kids, and each. We had, you had 2 boys, 5 and 7. I had 2 girls, 5 and 7. And so I read Bill's profile. This was like an internet matchmaking thing that we paid $900 for. And in Bill's profile, he said,
favorite movie.
Yeah. One of my favorite, well, you said my favorite movie is?
Jerry Maguire.
And you also say you love any kind of?
Cheesecake.
And then his pictures were all of him and his kids and that sort of thing. And I went, this guy said he loved Jerry Maguire. And I thought, what a guy. Anyway, so I just wanted, you know, that it was because you were so real. Like, you didn't go, oh, I love Rambo. You know, but like it was just so real.
Oh, I do like Rambo too.
That's true. Okay, what's next?
You know what? We're really running long here, so you know, you can always put it on pause if you have to go to the washroom or go get some popcorn yourself.
It's just like a movie.
You know, intermission. You know.
It's just like a movie. Okay, so next one, Social Network.
Yeah, the Social Network. I actually got this one here. I haven't dropped it or anything yet. The Social Network, all about Facebook.
What a story.
It really was. And again, this was another movie that was the beginning of a new era, the tech world. And
well, it wasn't really the beginning of it. It was the beginning of the social culture,
I
think. Really, you know, getting into the social culture. Sometimes, too, with movies, what you find is that these movies might not be, you might go, oh, I hated that movie. it may not be something that you're interested in because it's not something to do with your lifestyle or something
Absolutely.
to do, you know, I might say to somebody, well, I really didn't like that movie about parachuting because I'm just not a big parachuter, or, you know, all about car races or things like that. But so sometimes you find them for your own personal taste, but that's one that we love for personal taste.
To me, Heather, it's all about the message. If you get whatever that message is out of that movie, then yes, it's your favorite movie or one of your favorite movies.
And here's the movie right here. Here's what it looks
I already
like.
showed that.
Oh, okay. Put it down there. Good.
Another one that's on my list, and I don't know if I've ever explained to you guys, but I love wine. I love red wine. And what I love about wine is living, breathing thing. It always evolving.
You stole that from the script.
But it's true. It's always evolving, and it's comes from all these different parts of the world, and it's so civilized too, and
Which has nothing to do with the movie.
oh, here it is. Yeah. No,
He's actually just giving part of the script out of the movie, but it had nothing to do about the movie. The movie is a comedy, right?
well, it's a comedy. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a comedy. It was up for 5 Academy Awards. It didn't win Best Picture. This is back when, early 2000s.
long time ago.
Yeah, and but it did win Best Picture in the Golden Globe Awards. So, and for writing, Best Original Screenplay.
It's hilarious. But what I have to say too, it's kind of risque in some parts. Like you really have to, you know, don't let your kids watch it with you, or you might go, "Whoa, Heather didn't warn me about that particular part." But it's a good story.
Yeah, another good message in it. You know, at the end, and.
Yeah, the end. It goes through a lot of bad stories, and then gets around. Anyway, we don't want to ruin it for you. It's Sideways is a good one.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, what's your last one?
The last one on
wait.
my.
Let me just-
I don't know if you can see this in the camera here because Bill's not behind the camera right now. But here's my T-shirt of the Big Lebowski. Now this is by the Coen brothers. If I don't have my cheater glasses on here, but it's by the Coen brothers, and it's almost, well, it's a cult classic. The more you watch it, the more you laugh at different things, and there's always lines you say from various movies, and this one is no exception.
Oh, yeah.
What would you say about The Big Lebowski?
Oh, I just think it was a fabulous movie. Again, first time I watched it, I laughed. You know, second time, I laughed a lot. And now the third or fourth time, like, I guess it's because you're anticipating what's going to happen.
Maybe, yeah.
And you just, like for us, we just break up laughing. No, that was great. Thanks, that was a great share, Bill.
That was great. So those are, again, I've got lots more favorite movies, and I know you do too, but those are kind of my repeat ones I go to.
And definitely, we want you to go ahead into the comments.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to us, there's a subscribe down there, and also a bell beside it, because it will let you know when our videos come out. Don't forget to check part 2. It will be next week, or
That's right.
if you're sort of just looking at videos and binge watching, there's a part 1 and a part 2 to this, and then it'll be my turn to do the videos.
Part 2, so there'll be a week intermission between the two.
Yeah, and it'll be out the following Tuesdays. We usually put them out, but we also wanted to make sure that Hurricane was in Bill's video here. And Bill, Hurricane usually cuddles up on the couch and watches the movies with. Well, doesn't really watch them.
I think he does.
I think he does. I think he's part human, this little guy. You probably think about your dogs that way too. So thank you to all of our subscribers. Again, these kind of inspirational lifestyle, food, travel, they come out on Tuesdays.
Right.
And of course, the beauty and fashion come out on the Fridays. So so great to have you here. And also, every single day, I'm putting something up on Instagram now.
You are.
A little Awesome Over 50 inspirational thing. Just search Awesome Over 50 on Instagram. And so I'm sure you're waiting with bated breath until next time. I hope you're enjoying this. And don't forget to put in the comments your favorite movies. We really want to share that with everybody. And so I guess until next time, keep enjoying your days, even those rainy, drizzly days like today, and keep it awesome.
Keep it awesome.